hi guys, we are having Muskan and she's a great personal branding strategist and she's having a great experience and a great hold into that personal branding strategist. So over to you, Muskan.
I'll be able to leverage many opportunities. So that's exactly what it is. It's just not a business page. It's where you are building your own self as a brand.
Oh, you were just telling that CEO is focusing on the personal branding. Why they are so focused on the personal branding basically?
So basically, the thing is, I told you, people invest in people, not in brands.
Okay.
Be able to reach out to people directly, be able to build relationship with them, and show them who you are, why you do what you do. They'll be more interested in investing in you because they understand you, they like you, they respect you, and this is exactly the reason why people are building personal brands, and it's a great leverage people can have over others.
Okay. So how does the profile picture, basically we're talking we should be building personal branding on LinkedIn. So how profile pictures and background pictures matter? LinkedIn profile banners.
It's a very important factor in building a personal brand because it's the first impression. Whenever someone lands on your profile, it's the first thing they see. The first three things they see is your banner, your headline, your profile picture. So it's very important that you master these three to be able to leave a solid impression on your audience. Because let me tell you, your profile picture, your banner, your headline, your optimization of the profile is literally everything. Because first time somebody lands on your profile, if they see that, okay, this person does this person does this, they look a certain way, they have written certain lines about themselves, like they do this, they have generated certain results, it leaves an impression on somebody. And they most likely become your follower or send you the connection request.
Okay. So basically, how do we frame USP and the headline, LinkedIn bio?
USP is nothing but unique selling proposition.
Yes.
Basically, what is unique about you and your service that differentiates you than your competitors? So everything, it could be like somebody does this thing, somebody gets you XYZ results in 30 days. I, on the other hand, get you the same results or maybe even better in 15 days. Anything that's better and something that you can leverage against anybody, you can just say this is my USP.
Okay, so whenever we are writing the content on the LinkedIn, so there are two things. There's first hook and the call to action. How do we frame the hook and the call to action?
See, on LinkedIn, because the long form and the short form, like, we have different type of content, but on LinkedIn specifically, the writing content works the best, not like the video content and everything else. So it's very important that you grab the attention of your audience through that hook line. That's why you need to master that. Your hook line will get you clients very easily. Like recently, I've uploaded this post where I've written that I have lost 1 million followers because of this mistake. Remember, if you have seen my profile. So
yeah, I've seen your profile. I was reading.
So this will get the attention of the users. How did she miss out on 1 million views, 1 million followers? Like what happened there? And then I've written the post. And this is exactly where they came in. In fact, the other post I've written, like, I've made 1 crore rupees a month. This attracted the audience. Then they gone through the post. And then they liked and also became my followers. So to grab the attention on LinkedIn specifically, you need to master the post. Okay. It's not your videos. These days, videos are performing a little better compared to the other brands. But still, the text form content works the best. And to master it, you need to master the hook part. And CT is also important because it tells that, okay, you have retained your audience till the last. They have seen your CTA, like any comments or any question that you've asked or anything else. They have made the comment. It's a good sign. You get the engagement, that's another thing. But it also says so much more. And CTA also means whatever the things you have written, like, okay, comment down below. You got the engagement. Send me DM or send me action, some word, and I'll help you do this or do that. So you generate leads through that. So CTA is a very important part of your whole profile, whether it's adding this to your headline or to your content. So it's very important.
Okay. See, in LinkedIn, we are having a summary. So what are the most important things we should be including into that to generate the leads, basically?
Or about the section is a very important section. It's a place which gives you the opportunity that go tell people who you are, what you do, why you do, what results you can bring, everything you want to tell your audience in a short form. So it's important, first of all, again, just like we talked about content, text-based content. Similarly, the first line should be a hook line. It should have a hook. It could be targeting directly to the pain points of your audience, or the results you have achieved, or the result you're guaranteeing to your audience. Anything. First, you need to grab the attention so that they can go through entire.
Okay.
Now, add your USP, who you are, what you do, why you do it, who do you serve, the results you can guarantee, your achievements so far. It could be anything. Like, I've generated this much results, I've worked with certain clients, anything. Or I have worked with 200 plus clients, I have worked for 3+ years. You have to add that. Then you can also tell your brand story, because it's a personal brand. You have to connect with your audience. You need to build relatability. So connect with your audience, tell them who you are, why you do what you do, provide some professional or personal bits, insights, and tell them what you can do for them. Because people at the end of the day care about what you can do for them, not what you do or how you do it. They care most about the results. You have to tell them what you can do for them and why you are better than your competitors. Then you have to definitely give a CV. Like, you can okay, let me help you build your business, boost your business. Just send me a DM or get on a quick call with me. You have to provide necessarily a CV, a good CV.
Okay. So the main people's problem is that they don't generate leads. How to generate leads? So you have worked. How did you generate lead? What worked for you, outbound or inbound?
I have seen both. I've done both. Thing is that people most of the time don't know who they're targeting, who they want to like.
Problem is how to generate the leads. Okay. And what worked for you, inbound or outbound?
Inbound takes time, but most people do it wrong. I tell you how. Most people don't know who they want to reach out to, like who their ICP is. Second thing they do is they're not regular. Third, they do not do anything strategically. Like, they do not create strategic content. They don't even engage. Okay, now a lot of people don't know about this thing called community management, engagement, community development. So before you leverage an audience, you need to create an audience, which most people don't do it. They just randomly put out the content on random topics, which does not work well. At the same time, they engage with the wrong people. We need to understand that there's something called algorithm that's always noticing what you're doing. And if you want to connect with the right people, you need to engage with the right people first. And first month or first 2 months, you have to work on building your audience, which most people don't do it. Now, there are three type of people you need to connect with. First is your ICP, second is your competitors, and third are people who are in related field but they have your ICP. Now, why I'm saying this? Of course, you need to connect with your ICP because you want to sell your services or product to them. But competitors, because their audience is your ICP. People in the related niches, because their audience is your ICP too. If you connect with these people, you'll be in that circle where you always be somewhere in suggestions or in some other way, always come in front of your ICP. Is the first thing. Now, second is building, as I told you, the personal brand. You need to build relationship. So you need to heavily focus on networking with people and engaging with them in a very strategic way that will build your brand awareness and brand image plus your relationship with the audience. Now, how you do it? Of course, like if you are my ICP or let's say you're my competitor, I see your post, I go under your post, and now I write a comment. Now, this comment is for you, but I write in such a way that it grabs the attention of everybody in your comment section, which could be my competitors, which could be my ICP because you have my ICP, and people in the related niche. Now, they see that comment, and that comment is very like insightful, or it's something that grabs attention because I've written such a humorous way. These people will go to my profile and they will follow me. Why? Because these people are my targeted audience. See, this is a first way engagement. Second, SEO. A lot of people don't know how to use SEO. So thing is that if you want to be part of certain industry and certain niche and certain circles, you need to actually create content using certain keywords that actually help the algorithm help you reach the right people. So if I'm creating content around marketing, and there's some people who are interested in marketing,
I need to make sure that I write such keywords in my content. This helps the algorithm connect me with the right people. Third is actually building content that's targeted, that my ICP, my target audience wants. When you continuously do this, you will definitely build authority, credibility, brand presence, brand awareness. You'll develop your community, targeted community. First, you do this. Then, of course, once you have done this, you have built relationship, you have shown your credibility through your content, you have built authority through very educational content. This is the time you can leverage this targeted audience. Now, you can do it a lot of ways, of course. There's outbound, and then definitely when you directly promote your services. Now, people know you, they like you, they have seen you, they've seen your work, so they're most likely to invest in you if you give them a good offer. But it takes a lot of time. It takes minimum 3 months if you're starting from the scratch. But if you want fast results, you can do the outreach. Now, how you do the outreach? Of course, when you do the engagement part, you automatically, through your comments, of course, you're showing your expertise, everything else, and it's very likely that people will come to you and ask for your services. That's one thing. But you can also send their personalized connection request to your ICP. First, build relationship with them. Introduce yourself. Literally build relationship. Don't be salesy. If you try to pitch them in the first place, they won't even invest in you. They just don't even, they'll ignore you basically. You have to build relationship with them. You have to literally connect with them, and then you pitch your services to them.
Okay.
And if you're really good, like you're okay. So when you're pitching, make sure you have a great portfolio. They need to know what you do, the results you have generated. You need to have a great portfolio, great testimonials. You need to also, if possible, have a great lead magnet to that's literally personalized. You need to give them a personalized lead magnet that's actually helpful. And you actually show that you care for them, you have done research on them, and you really want to help them. They should not feel like it's a journal pitch. And then you can, of course, send a great outreach message. And if you're really good at what you do, your lead magnet is really good, your portfolio is really good, they most likely convert.
Okay, one more thing I need to ask you, Muskan. Whenever we are doing the outbound, basically, so one outbound is fine for a day because see, one of the outbound process that I follow that I just rewrite the content.
Content has
So basically, you're doing 10 outbounds in a day or one outbound in a day, which works for you?
basically, see, it's not likely that if you send like one a day, like 7 days a week,
Yeah.
like basically 30 a month, 31 a month. Apparently, see, we are freelancers and we are solopreneurs, so we cannot take risk basically. We need to at least minimum apply uh, 10 outreach messages a day to be able to convert at least high quality. I'm telling you, at least 2 to 3 or 4 to 5, whatever, depending upon your portfolio, how good you are writing messages and everything.
Okay.
But it's very important that you initially at least aim for minimum 10 outreach messages a day. It could be, see, depending upon which outreach method you are using. It could be cold email, cold DMs, or networking, anything, but minimum should be 10.
Okay, in whatever we are sending the outreach message, there should be a problem statement also.
Problem statement has
Means, for example, I just send you the outreach. Okay, I need to define your problem. Then how I can just solve the problem? Can we follow that method of outbound?
see, if you just send a pitch, especially on LinkedIn, I told you have to build relationship first because people won't even accept your connection request.
Okay.
Trying to sell. And I think if you do not have like a premium account, there's always a restriction about for the email, I think, right?
We have.
So yeah, so thing is that of course you cannot this is the first thing. You have to build a relationship, of course. Then you definitely have researched the money gaps. You know money gaps? Gaps you can leverage.
Yeah.
Money gaps.
Yeah.
The gaps you can
The
the gaps you can
Yeah.
the gaps you can leverage and everything. So of course you definitely have researched on them. that this is the gap they're having, which is actually doing a lot of problems. And if they fill this gap, they'll be able to generate great money. They'll be able to sell better. Their positioning will be better. So this is the exact gap you can fill, and you know that.
Okay.
This gap you can. Are you saying something?
No, no. Basically, can you just explain the audience what are the gaps and what is ICT?
What is
ICT. You just mentioned the ICT before.
ICT? Okay,
ICT.
that's your basic ideal customer persona,
Okay.
client persona, customer persona, whatever. Basically, people who will be interested in buying your services and products. These are your people.
Okay.
Now ICT is different from target audience. Target audience में सब वो include होने वाला है. Like everybody will be included जो आपको reach करने में help करे. Can I talk in Hindi also?
Yeah, sure. It's India.
Okay. No, I'm just like, it's your audience is English.
No, audience is Indian, basically. Yeah.
Okay. Thing is that ICP is basically people who will be interested in buying your services and products. Target audience सब वो आने वाले हैं जो आपको ICP भी है, जो आपको ICP तक लेके भी जाएंगे.
अच्छा.
Okay, so these are two different things. Okay, now about money gap. Basically, money gaps are nothing but the gaps your clients have. Like it could be like if you do like I do LinkedIn personal branding strategy marketing. Okay, so if I go to your profile and I see that this profile is not optimized, but they literally put out great content. So the content part is correct, but if they don't optimize their profile, their visibility will definitely be low. I've seen that this is a gap and I can fill it. So I can use this gap to pitch the client, telling them that, okay, this is the gap you have, which is affecting this result for you. This will pique their interest. See, okay, something is like that is there, so kya ho sakta hai? And this is exactly where I pitch my services, that I can do this for you. But if I actually say this, the great results, like great portfolio, that actually builds my credibility. That she has done work before, she has results, so she can do it.
Okay. So one more thing I need to ask you is that so you were just telling that we cannot get a lead if we are not creating a strategic content. So how do we create a strategic content? मतलब strategic content हम लोग कैसे create कर सकते हैं?
Strategic, see, different industries definitely require different kind of content. So if I talk about like service providers, coaches, or consultants, like we follow a funnel: attract, nurture, and convert.
Okay.
Now, on different fields, on different platforms, people use different kind of content to attract people. Like on LinkedIn, you have seen that personal content works the best. If I share my personal stories, my personal failures or setbacks and everything, it will definitely get me a lot of attention. Now, first, when I'm building my audience, like I told you, first you have to build your audience to be able to leverage it. So I can first do is that I create such content that gets me a lot of attraction. Like I talk about my personal life, my professional life. In general, I create really educational content that grabs attention. Once I've grabbed his attention, I'll focus on nurturing the audience. Now, how will I nurture you? I need to know कि आपकी प्रॉब्लम क्या है, आपको किस चीज की जरूरत है. अब उसी को टारगेट करके create content that solves your problem, that gives a solution to your problem. I also create content that gives you a lot of awareness. And this is exactly feel nurtured because you're like, okay, I'm getting an answer to my problems, and I can trust this person because they know what they're doing. And similarly, when I'm doing this, solving your problem, giving you answer, I try to build my authority and credibility. How will I do it? When I'm showing you that, okay, we can get XYZ results. So of course I'm giving you answer, but at the same time I'm also showing you how I did it for my some client. I show case studies of how I generated this result. So somehow I'm building credibility, but I'm also offering you a lot of information and I'm helping you. When I'm creating educational content, I'm building my authority also. And of course, when I've nurtured you, you have seen that I can do things for you. I've built my credibility. And then, of course, when I pitch to you, you'll be very, very likely to invest in me because you've seen me doing it for you before, like through my content.
Okay, one more thing. How does the LinkedIn recommendation enhance your personal branding? And how should we request them?
LinkedIn recommendations are very great tool if you ask because people want to see if you're credible enough or not. And credibility is important. I won't invest in you if I don't think that you have done work before, or if you can generate this result or not. So when I say recommendation, it's nothing but kind of testimonials which your colleagues, your client can give it to you for the services or things you have done. It's a proof that you have done certain things and build the credibility. So the best way to ask this, you have to first build a first degree connection with the person you're asking recommendation.
Okay.
How you build it, you have to send the connection request to these people, and then you can connect with them if they accept. This is how you build first degree connection. Only then you can send a recommendation request. Now, nobody is free and nobody have enough time, so you have to be literally very polite and in a very respectful manner, write a very personalized message and send it to them, asking for a recommendation. I mean, if you go to the recommendation bar, there's this plus sign on the top. If you click that and select the person you want recommendation from, this is the exact process of asking for a recommendation. Then there only you can write that personalized message and send it to them. If they do it good, you can also do a follow up. Uh, 2 follow-ups will be enough, and they'll do it, and that's enough. You'll get a good recommendation. Make sure, ask them to add some keywords in the recommendation because everything works on algorithm. So your industry keyword, the services you do, so that not only the recommendation builds your credibility, you also optimize the profile somehow and gets visibility.
Okay. So basically, so we got one client. Okay, and just our contract is got over. Okay, so now we are not left with any client. So how can we expand our client base?
Uh, See, I told you about inbound and outbound. Both takes a lot of time.
Hmm.
That's a very lengthy process for sure.
Okay.
But if you have done like really great projects, most of the time people get clients after doing great work through referrals and word of mouth. But if you think that okay, now if I'm working with you and I somehow see that okay, I can see that maybe after this month I won't be able to work with you. So before your services get over, gets tired, I start my outreach practices so that before that gets over, I'll at least get a client. Or maybe I could ask for referrals. I can ask my friends or everybody that please give me referrals or connect me with people who need my services. I can do one more thing. Like a lot of people do it. If they tell other people that get me clients, I'll give you certain percentage
Yeah.
if I get this client. So there are a lot of methods people do to get clients, but yes, if you do not have a strong personal brand, inbound would be less.
Okay.
And it takes a lot of time, but outreach is the only method you can rely on. But you need to use strategies. Like you do have to be prepared in advance. You need to make sure that there are clients in your pipeline. So you have to do this. There's this downside.
Okay. One more thing I need to ask you that how did you gain so much knowledge about the LinkedIn? Did you follow anyone or any course you have done?
Frankly speaking, no course can help you.
Okay.
I have to be truthful here. People tell you that do this course from HubSpot, do this course for Google. But these courses will only make sense once you achieve a certain level of experience and
Okay.
you have certain observation.
Yeah.
The only thing anybody who wants to start in LinkedIn is have interest in actually getting results, have interest in marketing, then जो भी आपको आता है, just start putting out and see results क्या आ रहे हैं.
ठीक है.
जैसे आपको रिजल्ट दिख रहे हैं उसी बेसिस पे आप अपने आप को बेटर करते रहोगे फॉलो पीपल who educate you about these who educate you about social media marketing observe what they're saying then think okay what does it mean let's just try when you keep on trying and observing you automatically learn and then the courses that I'm talking about then they start making sense.
ओके. तो मेरे को एक और चीज पूछना था कि अगर हम लोग दूसरे लोग के पोस्ट से इंटरेक्ट करेंगे तो पर्सनल ब्रांडिंग में बहुत अच्छा इफेक्ट पड़ सकता है, बहुत अच्छा इम्पैक्ट भी पड़ सकता है.
Absolutely help you generate great results more than putting out content if I tell you. So
Yeah.
content is the main thing, main backbone that will get you results. But content engagement, community engagement is the greatest thing. I tell you why. I have been able to generate like great results through content, community engagement.
Okay.
Like of course, when you do engage with people, you are going out and reaching out to people, so you are doing brand awareness.
Yeah, yeah.
And let me tell you, when your content is one thing, but the way you write comments also create a certain perception.
Yeah, yeah.
certain brand image,
Hmm.
and people notice that. So you need to write your comment in such a way that, of course, it builds a certain perception of the brand that you are, but also attracts a lot of eyeballs. Because
Okay.
you're targeting a certain people, you're interacting with these strategically only. So
Hmm.
you need to make sure that your content is one thing, but your comment should be such a way that people generate some interest. Like, okay, this person have offered so much value. Let's go to their account and see who they are. Or this person has such a witty comment, like it's interesting who they are. I have generated like 400 to 500 followers within like 10 days or something through comments only.
Oh,
And connection requests, like they have written great comments, like I have seen your comment in that post and I have liked this comment, so I want to connect with you.
okay.
And it increased my followers, it increased engagement, it increased my reach, created a certain perception, it
Okay.
helped me to increase brand awareness, even get me leads. Because people see, okay, the person is in such a comment, they definitely have knowledge. And once they come to your profile, if it's optimized, if it has great content, they're very likely to convert.
Okay. Okay, one more thing that is LinkedIn is having a poll section. Have you ever tried the poll section?
The poll section will only help you if you already have a great audience.
Okay.
I've seen two, three. I've not mainly used it, but yes, just like we use Instagram, there's this poll section for engagement on stories that you have used. So use poll section only when you want to generate certain kind of engagement. You have that audience, and you should write a post also with that poll thing. Just like we have CTS, so people engage in your comments. Here, people will engage through polls.
Okay. So, so whatever we do, so basically, commenting daily and writing the content daily works for you.
See, people, if I write too much content, now people will get overwhelmed. And
Yeah.
they will actually algorithm, okay, if you understand Instagram algorithm, the first hour is golden hour. The
Okay.
kind of engagement it receives in the first hour, it actually boosts your post and help you reach certain kind of people. But if it does not get a lot of engagement,
Hmm.
or if people mute your post and don't want to see it, not interested, so it affects your algorithm and reach very well. So do not overwhelm your audience with too much. Sweet spot after you have certain kind of audience on LinkedIn, go for free. But if you're starting out now, I think I'd suggest what I have noticed. Different people have different solutions. I'd say 4 posts is good
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
get started. But sweet spot would be 3 posts a week.
Hmm.
Once you have a great engagement, follower, reach, then you can go with three.
Okay. So can you just tell me what is the sweet spot basically?
It's like you sweet spot, like it's normal, everybody would know the word, the term, but it's
Yeah.
like कि वो spot वो चीज करना जो आपको पता रिजल्ट ला के देगी
Huh.
और आपको प्रॉब्लम या कोई ऐसे मतलब डाउन साइड कुछ नहीं है लाइक
Okay.
सही है.
Okay, one more thing I've realized when I was starting out, so there were a ton of people who's going to demotivate you. Okay, they're telling you that you need to meet with people. But what to do when the people are toxic?
Meet with people,
Because see,
how to meet with people.
so you are a solopreneur. You know that how networking works. So there are two types of networking. There's one good networking and toxic networking. Toxic means
Networking is networking. People are toxic and nice to you, and somehow it has to do more with your own personality. If you have a weak personality, weak body language, and how you communicate, if somebody's toxic, then you pick on that.
okay, okay,
Then they'll, of course, definitely have certain insecurities and certain perception, and kind of project that on you. So
okay,
first, if you want to be a freelancer or solopreneur, work on your personality and communication. And
okay,
otherwise, there's so many people out there who will try to pull you down, trying to demotivate you or take advantage of you also.
okay. One more
They
thing.
don't. No,
You just continue.
no, I'm just, it's okay.
What is your take on ChatGPT content and ChatGPT comments?
I'd say only use ChatGPT 20%, 80% should be you only. Because ChatGPT creativity नहीं लाने वाला है, वो आपको अच्छी observation नहीं देगा,
Hmm.
नहीं वो आपको अच्छे creative comments या फिर आपको content बना के देगा. इनफैक्ट अगर आपको leadership establish करनी है ना, आपके observation, आपके opinions, आपके results आपके unique है. That's your USP itself. एंड वो किसी के पास नहीं है. अगर आपको लीडरशिप बिल्ड करनी है तो आपको खुद के ही ऑब्जर्वेशन डालनी होगी, खुद के ही कमेंट्स लिखने होंगे, खुद का एक कनेक्शन बिल्ड करना होगा, तभी आप यूनिक लगोगे, अलग लगोगे. और वो चैट जीपीटी नहीं कर सकता. हाँ, आप चैट जीपीटी को सजेशंस के लिए यूज कर सकते हो,
Okay.
इंफॉर्मेशन के लिए यूज कर सकते हो, बट एवरीथिंग शुड बी यू ओनली, लाइक योर थॉट्स, योर ओपिनियंस, योर कमेंट्स.
ओके, सो जस्ट मेरे को आपको एक मैसेज चाहिए जो अभी जस्ट स्टार्टिंग आउट कर रहे हैं, उनको क्लाइंट्स नहीं मिल रही है, वो लोग बहुत डिसिप्लिन है, फोकस्ड है, आपको उनका टेक क्या है उस पे, मतलब आप उनको क्या मैसेज देना चाहते हैं?
I know that people are earning really good in this, but जरूरी नहीं कि एक इंसान कर रहा तो हर इंसान करने वाला है. Insecurity is must. So if you are in college or school or doing a job, do not leave that job, college or school until unless you achieve a certain results. It could be certain income level, security, stability, which is maybe not, which is there in the job but not in freelancing. So you need to make sure that you have achieved a certain level of security, income goal, and you know you're growing. You know that you have future in this, and then only leave the other things.
Okay.
First thing this, and second, it's not going to be easy. As I told you, inbound takes a lot of time. Outbound is not everybody's cup of tea.
Yeah.
So you need to be a little patient.
Okay. So
And
please.
focus on your skills.
Okay.
Focus on your skills. Keep working, but do not leave the other things. Do it besides. I know it's gonna be difficult to manage both, but make sure first you build a certain income, security in this, and then and once you already, okay, if you're doing a job in college, at least in back of your head you know that you're secure in some way, so that you can have the patience to go with freelancing. So you have to take care of this.
So can you just tell me what are the problems that you face if it's not, if it's personal, so just so that audience can be motivated through your stories and all, and they just can work on their branding, on their personal branding.
Problems are faced in personal branding or
No,
in
no,
journal.
on journal, on your career life, whenever you are starting out. So we all face the problem.
Yeah, so when I
Enough
started,
failures.
I was, yeah, of course. When I started, of course, I was young, pretty young, and then definitely I wanted to do something big in this, because everybody, I think everybody has that I want to be a businesswoman or business owner, and I have to have my own career and everything. So I thought that, and I didn't realize that it's gonna be little risky, that it lacks security and stability. That's why I'm saying that never compromise with your education and your secure path.
Yeah.
Be secure first, and then do the side hustle. So first is this: do not leave the other things, because that's really important. Then only can give you 100% to freelancing, because you never know you'll be able to make it or not. Have patience and take action.
Yeah.
You will be stupid in the beginning. You will take wrong actions. You will fail a lot of times. You will humiliate yourself, embarrass yourself. That's the first step to everything. First, you do that, then only you can improve.
Okay.
So a lot of people don't take action because they think that they do not know enough, they're not prepared enough, they'll fail, people will make fun of them. That's just a past. That's just a part of this.
Okay.
You have to take action. You will be embarrassed. You will sometimes make a fool of yourself, but take action.
Okay, Muskan, I was just watching you, noticing your communication and personality is too good. So, how did you build up such a great personality and such a great communication, basically?
I'm still not sure.
But you have a knowledge and you're just expressing it and you're having a good communication. So it matters. Communication and knowledge matters.
Yeah, as I told you, because you asked me this question before, if you do not know enough, people will definitely try to control, especially in India, because everybody's trying to build a relation with you. That, you know better, will just take care of you and everything. Especially if you're young, you're in college, people just do that a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
So you need to know enough.
Okay.
Otherwise, you won't be able to give good results. You will get fooled. People will take advantage of you, for sure. But over the time, of course, as you work, you automatically understand human behavior, human psychology, how to do, how to say, how to whatever. You just know it. And communication, you have to just you need to see where you're lacking.
Okay.
Is it English? Is it your communication skill, or is it just your pronunciation, or it's anything, whatever? And then work on it.
Okay.
More interviews.
Okay, so one more thing. Do you read any books to?
I read books. I read a lot of books. Recently, I've been reading this book called Think and Grow Rich by
Hmm.
Napoleon Hill.
Yeah.
Everybody knows this, right? And it's an amazing book. People should read books. They literally help a lot.
Okay. Okay, books this definitely help, and newsletter also helps definitely.
So also, anybody who wants to do marketing, I tell you, please go through books. Read a lot of books because when you read books, now it will definitely help you create better.
Reading book is important, as you told that we gain a lot of knowledge through reading books and newsletters also.
Yes, newsletter. I actually am forgetting the name of these certain newsletters by Seth Godin. Like go through these newsletters, they'll give you a lot of insights, like a lot of insights about marketing. Anybody who wants to learn marketing, instead of investing in courses initially because they don't teach you much, they're very generic. Go through, do like learn little bit, start experimenting, and then start observing. Go through the comments, no, go through the post of these LinkedIn experts, Instagram experts, because they will actually give you a very like niche content.
Okay.
And this is where you actually learn, okay, on LinkedIn we have to do this thing. What is this? Ask question. Learn about it. Experiment, you'll get the result. Through results, you will okay, see you why I have gotten such results. Is it good or bad? Can I do this to get certain results? This is exactly how you start learning. And when you do this on the side, do courses because this is exactly where these courses will support you. Newsletters and books.
Okay. Muskan,
It
just
is
tell me
audible.
in a few words that how books and newsletter is important.
Books definitely will give you a lot of insights, like a lot of insights. And especially marketing is more about psychology
Okay.
and strategies, funnels, case studies, why, how certain people give certain results, what they did, why they did, what's the reason behind certain things. These little insights will only books can give you.
Okay.
If you go through it, you learn so much knowledge, somebody's observation insights, and if you have experience, again, if
Hmm.
you have taken the action, you have experience, you have observed, this is when you can leverage books because today समझ भी नहीं आएंगे क्योंकि you have no insights, you do not even know the basics.
Yeah.
Books will teach you a lot. And if you want like really good insights, like very like LinkedIn की insights, Instagram की insights, particularly, वहाँ पे newsletters will help you अगर वो niche oriented है.
Yeah.
वो आपको
Newsletter.
पर्टिकुलर इंसाइट देंगे क्योंकि बाकी कोर्सेज जो फ्री ऑनलाइन है वो बहुत जेनरिक है आपको समझ भी नहीं आएंगे until unless you have a certain level of experience.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So coming towards the end of the video, so I just liked how you introduce about your skills, about the personal branding, how LinkedIn works. You've given the trends. Okay, so thank you for being our guest. It was pleasure to have a guest, and you just gave a great insights about the personal branding, what is working, what is not working. You just gave a great insight about the outbound and inbound. That's totally important. So thank you, Muskan.
Thank you so much for inviting me. It was literally great.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.